In a world of concrete and steel, humanity believed it was the apex predator. But on this fateful day, that illusion shattered. A force of pure rage erupted, not from the earth, but from the heart of a man. And the military, with all their tactics and weapons, moved to accomplish an impossible task to cage a hurricane.
Deploy containment protocol. Fire.
They succeeded in felling the beast, believing their chains and sedatives could subdue a living earthquake. For a brief moment, silence fell upon the broken city. But it was not the silence of peace, but the terrifying quiet of a lit fuse. In their hubris, they took the storm to the heavens, hoping to hide their problem in the clouds. But a cage, no matter how strong, is still just a cage. And deep within, the hateful fire was rekindling, the rage beginning to remember itself. The chains of man were no match for the fury of a god. The prison became a weapon. The vessel of hope became a harbinger of doom. Humanity had not caged a monster. They had merely aimed it at their own heart and to let it fall.
Altitude warning!
But far away, on an island forgotten in the mist, another power resided, an ancient king, a guardian of the natural order. He felt the scar upon the world, a violent tremor that did not belong. The sky screamed with an unnatural sound, and the king listened. The fall of the metal bird was a mortal wound upon the earth, a beacon of fire and smoke visible for miles. From its ashes, the green destroyer rose once more, and across the ocean, the ancient king saw the signal. An invader had arrived. A challenge had been issued, however unintentional. Unchained and unopposed, the green rage consumed everything in its path. This was not an army with a goal, but a hurricane with a name. The weapons of man were like pebbles against a mountain. Each failed attempt to stop him only fueling his infinite fire. But another force was now in motion. Not a storm of chaos, but the deliberate, heavy tread of the earth itself. The king had arrived, not to conquer, but to restore balance. And he found the city not just plagued by one monster, but infested with lesser nightmares. And then, the moment fate had ordained arrived. The force of rage met the force of order. Two alphas in a world that could only have one. The silence before the battle was a breath held by the entire planet. The first blow was not just a punch, it was the sound of two worlds colliding. The city became their armory, the buildings their shields. This was a battle on a scale humanity could only witness in terror. An unstoppable force had met an immovable object, and the ground between them was turning to dust. Weapons broken and bodies bruised, all that was left was primal fury. In the heart of the inferno, they met for one final, cataclysmic exchange. This was more than a fight for dominance. It was a release of power that would scar the very earth they stood upon. In the end, even a god's fury has its limits. When the dust settled, the truth was laid bare. Behind the monster lies the fragility of a man, a reminder of the battle's true source. The victor, weary and wounded, looked upon his fallen foe and understood. There was no glory here, only ruin. As a new sun rose over the broken world, the lonely king turned away, his duty done, his reign confirmed in silence.